Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning, everybody. Happy June. The last couple of weeks when I tried to do the podcast, I had major technical difficulties and I couldn't call in. So last week I sent them an email saying help, and they replied to me and said that they fixed it. And so I was very delighted this morning to be able to just call in and carry on. Yay! Very good, yay. So I wanted to talk last week about connecting to a wise guide, and so that's what we're doing this week. So things are crunchy, and I realize that this happens a lot, but it's a little extreme right now. I'm watching a group I belong to. I might have bulls behaving badly this morning, so yeah, I just had to text my husband that we might have a little wreck. They are ready to go to work, and it's not time yet because we let our bulls out like later in the month so that calving starts later in March, so that it's trying to, adjust for weather and stuff. So anyways, after the podcast, I'm going to have to go do some cow stuff because I don't need my bulls behaving badly. It's just that time of year where bull management takes a lot of my time. Anyway, connecting to a wise guide. See, even they're feeling crunchy and grouchy. Connecting to a wise guide. The reason, I think we need to really work on grounding our energy. And like I was saying, there's this group I belong to, and there was a huge blow-up explosion fight last week. And to say that I was shocked by it is an understatement, because I feel like I understand why people were reacting the way they did to a point, because it seemed like it was very much, I'm mad, I don't like what's happening, and I just want to vent and be frustrated and mad and blame other people, instead of taking a step back and asking, how can we fix this? What can we do? And other people did try to take that approach, but it was like they were just so much in their feelings that they couldn't see or hear it. Now, we're human, and we get into that energy, and there's reasons. But it's completely interesting. And so if we find ourselves in that energy and we are being reactionary, and you know what I'm talking about, because it's a crunchy energy, and you're more interested in being right, or you don't feel like you're being heard because they're not agreeing with you because they're taking a different approach, and you're just mad, like really mad, and want to have a fight. Now, I feel like that it's deeper than just being mad about this particular situation. And, we are in crunchy times. And part of the reason they were mad was because there was some financial things happening, and we don't know the whole story yet or what's really going on because they're trying to figure out some stuff. And being told that, like, let us just work on this, we just needed to announce that, you know, we couldn't do the convention that we usually would do. And so it was wild. It was really, really wild. And I was like, And so, you know, working with clients the last couple of weeks, people are dealing with heavy and quite intense emotions and feelings and situations. And I feel like things are being brought to our attention for us to work through them and for us to gain more understanding of ourselves. And, you know, getting angry and frustrated is not a bad thing. And if you handle it badly, that's still learning. And it's subjective, right? So some people left the group because they felt like what they said was justified. And there was a lot of righteous energies in there, and that's not good or bad. I feel like we should take it as interesting. I mean, this group having that happen, it's the first time I've seen it in this group, but I'm kind of on the outskirts of it because I'm busy. And I was surprised, but then I took it as, this is interesting. Something's triggering a lot of people in different ways, and even myself included. So things that maybe you felt like you had worked through, if it's popping up, it's not because you're not doing the work. And I don't like the word testing because it feels like there's a pass or fail. But maybe it's popping up again for you to say, I'm going to just do this and work through it. And it's an opportunity for you to handle it differently and to realize that you are able to. I hope that kind of makes sense. It's like moving up a level. I prefer that than testing, that you're moving up a level. Because, you know, we're dealing with interesting situations and so much uncertainty. And uncertainty and worries and fears and all those things can cause our behaviors to be less than kind sometimes. And we're human, right? We do what we do. We are who we are. We feel what we feel. And we need to be present for ourselves. And maybe be less judgy. Maybe ask more questions. So, with that being said, I think we all do need to remind ourselves that we do have support through our ancestors, wise guides, spirit guides, God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever, however, the Creator, the universe, all of it. Now, I've had my ancestors nudging me on stuff. So I reached out and took care of some business, and we'll see if it worked. And I had to, just laugh because, okay, thanks, buddies. And since I reached out and did kind of what they were nudging me to do, it's backed off, and I'm happy about that. So I want to encourage you to pay attention. What are you noticing? And I'm also going to encourage you to really consciously appreciate all the good things. It's so easy to get stuck in all the challenges. And you know I preach this. Reverend Shannon's here. Appreciate the good things, too. We've had quite a bit of rain, and the grass is growing, and it looks beautiful, and I go outside, and I'm happy about it every single minute. It rained a lot on Monday, and I was just here for it, doing chores in the rain, and it was cold, and I was not complaining because we've had so many years of fires and smoke and challenges. that instead of, taking the energy of, well, it's good for now, but I just rejoiced. Hey, that's a great word. I'm going to encourage you all to rejoice a little more. Make sure that you are noticing, feeling, enjoying, being aware of the things that do make you happy. When something is funny. Now, I do believe I've told you all that I'm a laughing yoga certified leader, and I adore it. It shifts your energy. It is so delightful, and it really connects you to joy and your inner child, and I am so here for it. It shifts our energy in a way that is physical, and I love it. So if you feel so inclined, find a laughing yoga group in your area. You'll be so glad that you did. I'm actually starting for July and August doing laughing yoga at our seniors lodge that my mom's in, and I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. And it is. I'm making it fun and light, and just we need to rejoice. We need to have more of that in our life. Okay, so I'm just checking the time because I want to make sure I have time for my meditation for you, the guided imagery, where I'm going to connect you to your wise guide. Now, we have all this support, but we can get so caught up in this life and busy and worry and blah, 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 all those things, and forget about our spirit guides, our wise guides, Creator, universe, God, whatever, whoever. And we're always getting messages. I had a client last night, and her dad came through, and the messages he sent, we laughed and laughed and laughed because it wasn't usual ones. It was pretty funny. And we need to acknowledge those, be here for those, enjoy those, right? Kind of like an antidote to the worry and the fears, because it is crunchy. Our world is so uncertain. We really don't know. So let's co-create some happy. We can do this. Some of my favorite signs, of course, are numbers, right? 444, 111, all those. Animals, right? Seeing a bear when I was driving last week just reminded me of my home place and my dad, and he had messages for me. My bulls behaving badly, it entertains me because they have very aggressive wanting to get to work energy, and yeah, not yet. When I'm having a crunchy day, I go out and hang out with my cows and my bulls. My little Highland bull, he's so cute, and he comes up for good boy scratches. And I just smile the whole time. And so make sure you're giving yourself those gifts, because if your energy is in a stable, grounded, happy place, it's easier to see, feel, hear, know your messages. When you're worried, stressed, which is when we probably need our messages the most, we also tend to ignore them or not trust them the most. We're kind of complicated, aren't we? And we're so mean to ourselves. We need to have more self-compassion, because you are amazing. I just look out my window and my cows are up there, and they're just ready for breeding season, and it's like, ladies, you need to chill out, quit teasing the boys. And the bulls are standing there trying to figure out how they can go through a fence, and I'm like, buddies, just wait, please. Good times, good times. I do like my ranching lifestyle. It is so much fun. I'm sure my horses are yelling at me because it's time for horsey chores soon. But it's joy. What brings you joy? And those are tools that you need. You need to be like, okay, what brings me joy? Dance around your house. Car dancing. You need to have those ways to vent out your frustrations. It's always, and physical activity. My stair stepper I love, laughing yoga I love because it's physical activity, stomping in my pasture, using pasture words when I need to. always to vent out the frustrations and then bring in the joy. And do that. Vent out the frustrations, bring in the joy, because you're releasing energy and then you're invoking energy. And it works. It really, really does. There's something else going on in the collective right now. We're really being encouraged to connect with other people, building community, finding your tribe, so to speak. And if you're feeling those nudges, there's a purpose. And so figure that out. Who's your people? How can you find your people? I'm so delighted because in my community, one of my Mindful Monday group ladies has started a business, and what she's doing is going to be so good for all of us. And I'm so delighted for her and supportive of her. And, yeah, find your people. Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. And I'm going to keep encouraging laughing yoga. Okay, so I want to make sure we have time. I'll chat more with you after we do this guided imagery. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds just to shift your energy, wiggle a little bit. I'm going to have a drink of water, and then we'll connect you to a wise guide. All right. Become aware of your breathing for a few moments. And as you begin to sit more comfortably into the solid support beneath you, take 3 big deep breaths. And on one of those breaths, you'll know when. Your eyes will close if they haven't already. Go ahead and do the 3 big deep breaths now. Easily, gently. As you release and let go. And as your normal, natural rhythm of breathing continues, remain focused on the sound of my voice as all the other sounds begin to drift into the background, because they're unimportant for you to pay attention to at this moment. They can only take you deeper into this relaxation energy. And even though you may drift away from the sound of my voice, you'll sense when to come back to it in an easy and effortless way. At this point, as your concentration draws to your feet, you begin to visualize and imagine you're walking in a place that's very beautiful and serene. And with every breath you take, you give yourself permission to send this comfort, this lovely energy through your legs, from the toes into your heels, your ankles, knees, and your thighs. You become aware of a comfortable sensation in your legs as you walk through the beauty of this place. With every breath, you begin to sense the air around you, a gentle something that sends a warm and nurturing sensation all around your body, from your thighs, hips, your stomach area, and through the solar plexus. You begin to become more comfortable as a deep inner calm begins to form. As all of your senses heighten, you begin to become more and more aware of all that is around you in this beautiful, serene place. You continue to feel even more calm as this comfortable sensation moves through your chest, as you breathe easily and effortlessly, making your way through this place that is very peaceful and secure for you. As you notice the sounds around you, as you listen, The beauty of where you are speaks to you in a special way. Your head, neck, and shoulders begin to release into comfort. And in a moment or two, you begin to imagine choosing a particular spot in this beautiful place of yours to recline and rejuvenate into an even deeper comfort. And with every breath you take, your comfort now seems to double, having made that decision. The warmth and gentle something of the air seems to wrap itself around you even more, as though there is a wholehearted agreement about the spot in your place that you are reaching out to with your arms, your hands and fingers, as they touch what is there, comfortable and easy, feeling safe, feeling secure, and becoming aware of the textures as you imagine settling into the comfort that awaits you. And just allow for this time. Give yourself this gift to connect to the beauty and peacefulness that is here for you in your very special place. All you have to do is breathe. Just breathe and be. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, know what you know. Simply and with ease, and comfortably allowing. In a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 0. And you're going to feel yourself become even more deeply connected to this spot at 0. Gently, easily, peacefully. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deeply, deeply, deeply relaxed. Feeling safe, but feeling a little bit adventurous. Because you're feeling so much more comfort now, it is natural for you to be able to open the door of your imagination. Being in your place and is all around, your senses are going to heighten just a little bit. Your place is so secure and calm. Just take a few moments to be here, soaking in this amazing energy. Feels safe, feels secure, feels peaceful. You feel loved. Just going to give you a few moments to soak this in. Nice. Now that you've soaked in this energy of your special place, you're ready to let the door of your imagination open. I want you to now that you're ready, you're going to call for the something within that knows. And it's easy. This idea of a wise guide that comes as support. You're going to have a sense of it in some way. Could be an image that might come forward that means wisdom. Could be a feeling. You could hear things. Maybe this is an image or a being, perhaps, that if asked could help you figure things out. Give guidance for whatever seems important to know about, freely, in just right timing. Imagine your wise guide as it presents itself. Naturally, easily, just shows up. Your wise guide can be a being. Your wise guide can be an animal. Your wise guide can be an ancestor. Let your imagination flow. See, hear, feel, know the wise guide that shows up to support you right here, right now. What's your wise guide like? Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, and know what you know. You got this. Your wise guide connects you to you through your heart, through your spirit. You got this. How does it feel to be in the energy of your special place and this wise guide that is so here for you, wanting to support you? Connection. Feel the love. Feel the support. Be open to receiving. Right now, how about you enter into a conversation with your wise guide? Tell it about anything that is on your mind. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this. Have a conversation. Find out if your wise guide is available for solving any concerns, and let the wise guide respond. If you feel like you want to sit down and have a chat with your wise guide, or you can walk around your special place and have a chat with your wise guide, you're going to just take this time to talk things over and spiritually connect to your wise guide. Let your wise guide know about the latest thing your mind keeps focusing on and ask for help. Visualize or imagine a cozy seating area for you both. Just let the energies flow. Or perhaps you're just walking around, connecting, chatting, really giving yourself this gift of this time and space and being there and acknowledging your wise guide in whatever form your support shows up in. I'm going to give you some moments to continue connecting to your wise guide and ask your wise guide any questions, share concerns. You can do this. Nice. Now I want you to ask your wise guide for the one most important something it wants to communicate to you today. What is the message your guide has for you right here, right now, in this moment? Nice. Imagine now that if it fits, to heighten and brighten this information in any way that seems right. And as we begin to complete for today, ask your wise, will it always respond to requests? A true wise guide can only answer one way. How does it feel to know that ever-ready help can come for you any time? Simply connect to your wise guide. And again, if it feels right for you, allow more vibrancy for this image of the wise, the image that is now an ever-ready positive guide in all ways. Perhaps the experience of meeting again might be agreed to for another time of further connection and discussion. It's something to think about. And for now, anything more before we end our journey today? Nice. So let's bring back the importance of what you just experienced, feeling this experience and the fulfillment in all its totality and unity at one with a big, deep cleansing breath in as we begin to come up and out. 2, realizing a sense of the room you're in. 3, a wonderful sense of well-being. 4, more alert and awake. And now 5, eyes open, wide awake. You can go ahead and say your first name out loud if you wish. So, how is your wise guide energy? That was really, really good. I just feel like connecting to your wise guide more often to ground your energy, and come back to this meditation as much as you need to, and go ahead and open your eyes and pause it in places if you want to reconnect and be with your wise guide. It doesn't change anything, and it doesn't hurt anything. Meditation and being in this energy is natural. Sometimes we can overthink it. Overthinking, right? Yeah. We all do it. We need to find ways to do it less. Call in your wise guide. Ask for signs. Ask for symbols. Ask for messages. Ask for understandings and then see what shows up. Knowing your guidance system, like if you're clairaudience, you hear things more often. Clairsentience, you feel things more often. Clairvoyance, you see things. Like knowing that, and then pay attention. Give awareness to what could be a sign or a symbol. Notice what you notice. And then look it up. Use all your books, tools, the dream books, the signs and symbols books. Like, you got access to all the information you need to understand yourself and your messages, but you have to use them. And you have to be open to receiving your guidance and support and then trusting it. And it's very experiential. I do live my life listening to my messages and guidance, and it steers me into some crazy things, some cool things. But at the same time, it does help me learn. Life is not always sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, which we know. Feel what you feel, know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear. You can 100% do this, even on the days that it feels like too much. So again, find your things that bring you complete joy, that really make your heart happy. I was at a conference on Monday, and we learned all about fascia. So now I'm finding things that make my fascia happy. I think I'm going to create a laughing yoga exercise just for that and try it out on my ladies tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to send you all a big hug and a blessing. There is an energy clearing poll on my Psychic Cowgirl page on Instagram. If you want to vote on which one you feel would help you most this week. And I'm going to go make sure my bulls don't get in with my cows. So I'm calving earlier than I want to and feed my horses. And, yeah, I'll be out there smiling at them, though. So, again, big hug and blessings.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PSYCHICCOWGIRL.com.